You mentioned Allan Okello. He's a player who's really been kind of anointed as the player of the future, the star of this team, and he's really blossoming into that star. Still relatively young at this point in his career, but he's come back to the Uganda Premier League, led the league in scoring. He's the clear number 10 playmaker in this team. He's going to be the set piece specialist. They're really going to be counting on him to provide that final ball, but also to score the goals. Do you think it's good to have a player to depend on that much for goals and goal creation? Or do you think there are some candidates, of course, in this Uganda team, some strikers who scored plenty of goals in the Uganda Premier League, but do you think it's necessarily a good thing to have a player who's so clearly the star and so clearly the playmaker like Allan Okello has for this role in the tournament?
Yeah, good question. I think it can simplify the game plan in terms of in possession. So it could be where Allan Okello is really good at finding space between the lines in terms of getting on the ball. So there can be a game plan to try to find him in those pockets of space where he can do his damage, especially in that final third. But at the same time, opponents will be scouting Uganda and they'll be saying that this is their main man. Everything goes through him. If we can neutralize him, if we can nullify him, then we're going to be able to have more success in terms of containing the Uganda team. That can cause problems because the cynical side of me, I think any coach is going to send a player out to deliberately, let's say, injure or harm another opponent. But the players themselves will understand that, listen, if we can really make some tough challenges on this player, and maybe he won't be making too many offers to receive as he would because he'll want to not be part of the play. At the same time, if he's winning a lot of free kicks around the edge of the box, he's the prime candidate in terms of getting on the end of those free kicks. So they do also have to be careful. But I like the question just in terms of, I think it simplifies the game plan for the Uganda team, that they understand who is the main man. He will be free. He will have space. He's clever enough to find those spaces. And then it's a case of just making sure that he can get on the ball as much as possible, particularly in the final third. I think when they're building up, when they're going through the thirds, or if they're playing a little bit more direct, maybe he can be there for the second balls. But I think there is a clear game plan in terms of how to get the best out of the Uganda team. And Allan Okello is a big part of that.